Animals have souls. They are the pure essence of love. By Cherokee Billie. The subject of animals having souls is cause for great debate for religions and individuals. Yet, if you have ever had a close relationship with an animal, you know they have emotions and a soul. It is a scientific fact that energy cannot die. It only changes of form. That applies to humans and animals. Many people have faith and believe that when they shuffle off this mortal coil, they will be in heaven. Faith applies in the belief that we will be reunited with our precious pets on the other side. St. Francis of Assisi is honored by the Catholic Church as the patron saint of animals. Why would there be a saint for animals if there was not a soul or spirit to these precious creatures? I have never seen an animal place a baby in a bag and throw it into water to drown. I've never seen an animal shoot a human being for sport. I have never seen an animal set fire to a human for enjoyment. I have seen animals rescue humans and other animals. I have seen animals cry over the death of their beloved master or the loss of one of their own kind. I have seen mother animals care and nurture their children. Many of you know that I have traveled in the spirit countless times, and I do see animals throughout the spiritual kingdom. So if you wonder if you will be reunited with your beloved pet, the answer is yes. If you have faith, you will understand that these beautiful souls exist to show us an example of pure love and the power of the divine. When they pass, they go directly into spirit without any delays because of their purity. When I was a young woman, I had a marvelous and incredibly intelligent parakeet named Tweety. I was hospitalized for 1 month, and during that time Tweety stayed in my parents' home. When I returned from the hospital and went up to the cage, Tweety started crying. My mother exclaimed, "I've never seen a bird cry." I had a dog, Lady, that had to stay with my parents when I traveled, and she would lay by the front door waiting for my return and not move except when they picked her up or when I would telephone and talk to her. My mother said Lady listened intently to every word I said and then went back to the front door. My precious cat Isis woke me up and spoke to me in clear, precise English and told me about a robber in our house. I fell down and could not get back up, and my little dog Julia laid right next to me until help came. She knew that I was in danger, and she wanted to be a comfort to me. So we cuddled, and I felt that magical love energy between us that transcends all barriers and makes words unneeded. Thank you, God, for this miraculous experience. Lady died in 1987, yet in the year 2004, I saw her walking through a hallway in an apartment I had rented, far away from where we had lived. It was as though she was looking at where I was and making sure I was okay even now. I have a girlfriend whose puppy dachshund, Cassidy, and I talk regularly on the telephone. Cassidy cries until the phone is placed next to her ear, and I ask her about her day and talk about different things. I talk with her about my admiration for her and her immense beauty and our oneness, and we just share a long moment of love that makes me laugh in joy. Then she kisses the phone. You will note I said with her, not to her. Recently I was a guest on a radio program, and the host did energy vibrational healing at the end of the program. My girlfriend was listening to this program with Cassidy, who, when she heard me, her ears perked up and listened carefully. When the host started the energy healing, she closed her eyes. When it finished, she opened her eyes and yawned, totally refreshed. Even dogs understand energy coming to them. There are many people who cannot receive energy like that. Native Americans always considered animals sacred, especially the buffalo, the owl, the eagle, and the cougar. Whenever they killed an animal, they made a ceremony and honored the spirit of the dead animal for all that it was giving them. Every part of the animal was used to extend the life of the people. Native Americans have felt that the spirit of an animal can guide them and that they can take on the spirit of the animal. In India, cows, elephants, monkeys, and mice are considered sacred. The cow is the most sacred because it gives milk which nourishes life. Gandhi advocated no cruelty to animals. Many cultures throughout the world consider animals to be sacred. This has been going on since the beginning of time. Of course, not everyone believes this to be true. There is great insensitivity to those who cannot see the beauty of life in the eyes of an animal. The loyalty and love an animal can give is so precious, and their souls are precious to the great divine spirit. Not all pets are warm and furry. Here's a wonderful story from a friend of mine who told me about Alex, the pet box turtle her husband had when he was a boy. Alex had stubs for front feet and had no claws. However, he had survived for many years in the wild. When he lived with his human family, he taught himself how to go down the stairs, would warm himself by the fireplace. Alex also learned that he had to stay in his human's room, as he would try to leave it sometimes and be reminded of where he was supposed to be. He would turn around and go back into the room when directed to do so. He would also be quite the champion in turtle races, as he would actually cut off the other turtles as a strategy to win. He knew that he was taken care of, and felt the kindness and safety of his adopted family who loved him. Just picture a whale in the ocean. Their beauty and majesty is beyond compare, and the intelligence that is there has been proven by many personal accounts of those who encounter them. The same can be said for the intelligence of dolphins and the countless times they have helped humans. I cannot prove to anyone that they have a soul, and as do animals. I know that whatever we believe we carry with us into the next dimension. So if you believe animals have souls, you will be surrounded by many wonderful creatures in the spirit world. If you do not believe, it will be a cold place without the love of the special creatures that were given to us as examples of purity of love. Until you have loved an animal, a part of your soul remains unawakened. Thank you for listening. This is Cherokee Billie.